It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, break! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger! Panther 11, Panther comeback team, go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
60 Maverick, 19 tight, 19 tight, 18, Pioneer, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On 2, ready? Eleven. 11 MT.
Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll get this off to Taylor. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now it's Burrow. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us there's no one play, won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Here we go, here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
11, Thomas.
Here, Joe Burrow. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Seahawks at 5-8, 3 games under 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Again, it's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On point, ready?
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Jonathan Taylor His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by 7, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
This one caught by Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. To the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
Okay, ready.
It'll be a gain of 5. And then we got a 3rd and 4.
Buffalo 18.
The slot man in motion right. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
On 1, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch.
Here we go, here we go.
Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
First and 10, Taylor now. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
First down. Here's Burrow. throw here. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
Now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And they go play action now. Burrow. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Allen Robinson. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the gun to give to Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
70 range. Panther 11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Returning it, here's Hamler. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Gun.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Burrow on 3rd down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Got it. Ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Hurt.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Shifts by him, finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
11.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed in quickly at the end. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
Here we go.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
11.
Burrow on play action. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Henry here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stop.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Drop 50, drop 60.
Now back to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
19 Lions. Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Rams are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Man open is Robinson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Back
to Taylor on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2, ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
12.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as,
11
I can
MC,
do
11
it,
MC.
so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. Stop.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Robinson's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Taylor will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
65 cash, 65, 70 Rangers, 70 Panther 11, Panther 11.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's get set.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
11 empty. Stop.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Burrow. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
12.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Here we go. Here we go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Running left, Taylor. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section.
Here we go.
What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Burrow backs it forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Get it!
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
Okay, break! 79 Broncos! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Go street!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. With that run, Double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
18, hide in.
They'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Here we go, here we go. Go, Champ, go, Champ.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
They use the timeouts here. It's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And he returns this to the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Check smash. Left wing 19. Back at 60.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they